Ready, set.
58, 58, Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Hey, 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 hey. 5.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
60 all. General West.
Switch, switch, switch.
On second down, Williams. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd-and-1.
Go, 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 go. Ready?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to maneuver. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, set. 10 Lobo.
You ain't going nowhere. He's coming.
Chopper, chopper.
Check 52.
Hey, Jet. Let go.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On second down now, it's Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Check. Check. Hot route. Hot, hot. Hit it.
Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
50, play.
We got 3. We got 3, folks. We got 3.
Check. Who's got bombers? Who's got bombers?
27-yard line. Check, check.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Their mobile quarterback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0.
Saints, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it Comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 10-2 stop.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, zoom.
Mike 20.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
That's good for the Saints.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Protein spill. Hey, Sam on. Shoot.
They'll look to throw here. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Ready?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You draw Porter.
Mike 52.
2nd and 6. This complete to Jones. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Recon, 132 fighter. Look at me. Zipper. Hey, box drop. Get it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Winters. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Bravo!
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Saints, nothing.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Check, look at me. Go, go.
2nd down and inches. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. 25, check 25, check 25. Hey,
Hey!
24.
Hey, exit.
Switch. 49, check 49, check 49.
56, Mike.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
No, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now Cole. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight-line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer third of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss.
90 Wolf, a alpha.
58, right over there.
Go.
58, right there.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Defense.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Winters. He's going deep. He's got a man. Complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone, I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Go.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Travion Williams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get... back to the 16-yard line.
They're on the 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my friend.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start. Punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Here we go. 30 base.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Ready?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
58, boy, 58. 58 is Mike. Too little, Cupcake.
Back to throw here. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
You better bring it.
Smooth.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Get it.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And all the way down to the 42. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 53 yards.
For the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
59. Wild Bill. Let's go.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
At the 43-yard line.
A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
Yes. Hey, Echo. Now.
To throw on 2nd down. Winters. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's go.
Yep.
Let's go, defense. And here we go.
Back to throw. Winters. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1 yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
22 Jets bomber. 5.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready? Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Zoo.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
They'll look to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. A gain of 32 that time. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10.
Rocket. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
Good for the Saints. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
57's the Mike. Watch 57.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
57's Mike. Mike,
Get it.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, seam 6.
2nd and 5. And he rifles one incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
58's the Mike. Go 58's the Mike.
Watch twist.
He'll drop to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
On for the field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Protein spill.
Here I come. Here I come.
He's coming. He's coming. Hey, rock snap.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You draw Corker.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 57's a Mike. 57.
Hey, Delta.
Me and you all day.
Fire.
Now back to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. They were trying to get it into Kelce that time, and it's second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check.
Recon, 132 fighter.
58.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Hey, tight. Hey, 58 is a Mike. Go 58 to Mike. Rabbit.
Ready.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one, paramount, because you cough it up here. You might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 13-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
6-6, pull it high.
55. Check safety, check safety.
Hey, exit.
Right 56.
Hit it.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
X3, 218, chopper.
A run for Nick Chubb. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Following the penalty, it's Williams, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
General West. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Set, ready? 30 base.
59. Mike to 59. Here we go.
Hey.
They'll run on first down. Green. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
70, Indy. Capo. Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Green. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Let's go. 8, Reed. Hey, Haywood.
From the gun on 3rd down. Winters. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball running it, but not in that situation. I mean, I think we got an example of why NFL coaches really don't like their quarterback in the running game.
Because whether he keeps it or not, he's likely going to take a hit, isn't he?
No doubt about it. And defenses, they're looking to put that hit on a quarterback.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Check, 59. Let's go. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
You ain't doing
31's the mic.
Operating from the gun. Winters. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Now!
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. It's their quarterback. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Second and 6 at the 46-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And an alley to run. The 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Broncos 31, Saints 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, He's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out at me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Come on, set.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Just like that. Just like that.
Go.
Now Chubb running right, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
61,
9.
matchbox light.
39-yard line.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's
Hey, lock it.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Get it.
2nd and 9 now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line.
Hey, Charlie. Hit it.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
check 24. Check 24.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, high 7.
2nd and 4. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 yards on the play, first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 1-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
X3, 218, chopper.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Hey, Zoo. Now.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and that'll make the score 31-13. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. That one looks like he'll throw here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And he is not going to get the 1st down as he'll spot this at about the 28. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Here now, Johnny Townsend as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine.
General West. Fair.
Sponge. No.
Hey, Foxtrot. Ready?
They give the Chubb out of the gun. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Set. 10 Lobo.
58, right there. Check your hot read.
Topper.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Bang.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Kill.
Get it.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Khalil Mack. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
Come on, set. 15, line it. 15 line. Out, 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 out. Look at me, zipper. Hey, Delta.
31's the mic. You remember?
Hey.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. 31's the mic. No chance.
Hit it.
Throwing on first down. Winters. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. From 17 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1.
Ready, ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit.
Looking to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Check three, check three.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
You don't want it. You don't want none of it.
Give me it. Pick up the ball.
Now.
That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
Switch up, switch up. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll have stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what